Hello everybody, it's Mr. Cooper here, the Primary Principal. I hope you're all well and welcome back to my new academic year. It is a pleasure to be speaking with you for my first ever Principal vlog. So I'm really excited to be speaking with you. I think over this week I'm just going to give you a few updates and just touch base and share with you how the school has done over this week, what things we can work upon and what things have gone really, really well. So I hope you enjoy and find these videos useful. So the first thing is what a fantastic day it has been. It's been a long time coming, lots of preparation, lots of hard work from many of our staff members to make sure that all of our students could arrive safely and happily this morning. And it's been a pleasure to have all the children back in school, or many of our students back in school, should I say. And the school has definitely got its buzz back, which I'm really excited about. Our teachers are happy to see the children, our children are happy to see their teachers. And yeah, it's just a really nice feeling to have the school operating as normally as possible, which is brilliant. And the kids arrived really happily. They've had a really fantastic day. They've enjoyed their learning. I was wandering around lots of classrooms, saw some brilliant lessons taking place. And like I say, this week is just all about making sure the children are comfortable, happy, back in school and understand the kind of safety procedures around to ensure that they kind of are working as safely as possible in their classrooms, and they're really enjoying themselves. So it was brilliant to see. The kids have really shone. Their behaviour was fantastic. Our kids have been social distancing, I think, better than most adults do. Look at when you wander around Dubai. So they've been brilliant, and certainly the spots and all the new updates that we've done in school to make sure the children can social distance have certainly allowed them to adapt to that very, very quickly. So it was really, really good to see. Tomorrow, I just want to touch base on remote learning. So our remote learning live lessons start tomorrow. So this is going to be brand new. So not only are our teachers remote learning as they were doing previously, they're also live teaching at the same time. So it's a completely new way of working once again. The teachers are a little bit nervous. And I'm sure you guys at home who are waiting for remote learning to start tomorrow are also a bit waiting to see what it's going to be like. And again, it's not going to be perfect straight away. It's a whole new way of working once again. So please bear with us. I think the key thing to note is that we're using new technology. So we've got Bluetooth microphones and webcams being installed. The teachers have had a bit of time to play around with it, but again, they've never actually trialed it in front of a live class. And so please bear with them. There may be technical issues. It might not go to plan straight away, but definitely over the next few days, we'll be ironing out any issues to make sure that remote learning and the live sessions are as effective as possible, whilst also dealing with a live audience in the class as well and working with those students face to face. So please bear with us, but it's a really exciting, innovative opportunity for those students to really engage in learning both face to face and simultaneously from home as well, which we're really excited for. But again, please be patient because there will be things that will go wrong. The other thing I wanted to talk about was pick up and drop off. So obviously at the moment it is not ideal. It's very hot outside, but parents are not permitted in the building. I have asked for more shading to be provided at the front of the school to make sure our parents aren't stood out there for too long in the sun. What I would say is try and stay in your cars for as long as possible. Make sure you're clear on those timings. I refer to our Facebook page to refer and really make sure that you understand what time your children will be brought out. They won't be brought out early to avoid the children standing outside in the heat. So if your pickup time is 8:05, the children will arrive outside at 8:05 and no earlier. So feel free to stay in your car until 8:04 and then get out and head over and pick them up, and then hopefully you'll be able to get straight back in your car and away. I know it's not easy for some parents who have got more children in different pickup points, and we will take on feedback to try and make it as easy as possible, but it is very challenging considering that we can't have parents inside the building to try and make as much outside space as shaded as possible. So please bear with us with that. But if you can find your own solutions to picking up children, then please do, and we'll try and make sure we make it as easy as possible for you by adding a bit more shade in certain areas, particularly outside of the front of the school. It's also really important that we don't you arrive on time to pick up your children, because we do not have any provision for any late rooms, because we're not allowed to merge children together. So obviously normally we have a late room where any late pickups will go into a room and can be picked up. from different classes. We are not permitted to do that. So it's really important that all parents are on time to make sure they pick up their children so they're not stood outside in the heat. And also we have no provision in place after school for any late children. So please make sure you're on time, and that will ensure that the children can head home straight away. Please make sure you check your emails. I'm sure head of years and teachers will be sending out more details about next week and how things will start to operate normally. But also I've sent out the Teams login details. Now I sent those Teams login details out to all parents, not just for remote learners, simply because if you're we may need it later in this term. Fingers crossed we won't, but you never know, and I think it's important that all parents have those login details now. But also, if your child is sick or they just have a high temperature and they're not permitted to come to school but they're well enough to continue their learning, then you may want to log on at home if they're sick for the day and for them to continue their learning at home. If they have a high temperature but they don't feel too bad, you might want to use those login details so that they can access the learning at home on those days that they might be sick or just have a high temperature. Because obviously we're very strict on making sure those children come in and out in terms of wellness. And so if they have got a high temperature and they need to stay at home but feel okay, they can access their Teams because you've got your login details. But school is open tomorrow. It's just that the Teams login details have been sent out to all parents to give you that option and flexibility during these times. And the final thing is for year 4, 5 and 6 is to make sure that you're sending your children with headphones. Some lessons they will need headphones in order to listen to what's going on their iPad, and so if they don't have the headphones they might not be able to access some of those lessons. It's really important that as per the return to school guide, our children are coming to school with a pair of headphones. It doesn't have to be really big expensive ones. It can be just like the iPhone headphones, that as long as they can hear and plug it into their iPad and listen to what's going on, then that's perfectly okay. And so, those are a few updates of how we can make sure that the next few days run a bit smoother. We will continue to take on feedback. We'll continue to improve. Bear with our teachers tomorrow as they approach live face-to-face teaching as well as this remote learning all at the same time. But we're really excited to have all the children back and all the children engaging with our teachers face-to-face in school and also at home again. And it's brilliant to be back in school. So take care. We go for day 2 tomorrow, and I look forward to some more fantastic teaching and learning taking place across the school tomorrow. Have a really good evening. See you later. Bye.